Hi, my name is Sophia, and today I'm going to be talking about my race and my ethnicity and how they affect me on a daily basis. So, before I begin, I want to discuss the difference between race and ethnicity, in my opinion, and how I think of it in regards to myself. So, the way I always thought of it was that race was what people saw on you, so the color of your skin, sometimes the texture of your hair, or like facial features. And ethnicity is what made you who you are, like what your parents were, like where you come from, things like that. So for me, my ethnicity is white. I have very European features. I have very light skin and kind of light eyes and light hair. But my ethnicity is biracial, which seems funny because you use a term with the word race in it to describe an ethnicity, but I'll get into that more in a little bit. So, I am multi-ethnic, biracial. My mom is black, and my dad is white. And the reason I say biracial when describing my race is because my mom is black and American and came to America through slavery many, many years ago. We don't really know where our family is from on her end. So I can't say I'm white and from Niger, or I can't say I'm white and Caribbean, or white and Brazilian, or white and African even, because we just don't know, and there aren't that many records documenting where we came from. So for me, the way I describe myself is biracial, white, and black. Now, for some, it may seem kind of odd. Maybe you know other white and black kids who don't look like me and have more like mixed looking features. I don't know why I'm as light as I am. It just kind of happened. But nonetheless, I am still a person of color. Now that can get confusing because when a lot of people think person of color, they think skin color. And that's, the way I see it, that's just not correct. Because being a person of color, in my mind, means you are not white. And I am not fully white, half white. So the way I go about explaining this for the first time to people is I say I'm a white-passing black person, or a white-passing mixed person, or a white-passing biracial person, or half black, half white, but white-passing. Essentially the big word is white-passing, which means I experience white privilege. I go about my life with people assuming that I'm white, and I get privilege that I experience the privileges that come with being white. For example, I am more likely to get a job if I say I'm white and not white and black. I'm less likely to be harassed because of my race, and I'm less likely to be treated differently because of my race with people who don't know me. So I kind of wear what my mom calls the complexion for the protection, which is interesting to me because I don't look like my siblings. My sister's very dark, and my brother looks mixed, but kind of still looks less passing than I do. So I go about my life with this disconnect from my ethnicity and my racial makeup because I don't look like what I am, and a huge part of being black is being connected, and a huge part of being part of any race is being connected with the people of your race. And that can be difficult because a lot of people don't understand why it matters to me that I am half black and half white when I do receive white privilege. And a lot of people don't understand why they should care and consider me a person of color when I look the way I do. And to that I say, I am what I am. I know what I am. And it is not up to somebody else to tell me what I can and cannot be racially or ethnically. But it's still something that stirs a lot of conflict in particularly classroom environments. I go to a predominantly white school, and so looking the way I do, I look like I make up that predominantly white school, and I do, but when it comes time to discuss things such as racism and slavery in history class, or black poetry in English class, I consider myself to be more on the black side, which can be a cause for conflict because a lot of people, and I don't want to say strictly white people because in my experience it has not always been strictly white people, but a lot of people have been very uncomfortable with me considering myself or calling myself black when I am just as black as any other half black, half white kid that isn't as light as me. And that is hard because I have to continue to explain myself and explain my like ethnic and racial existence to people wherever I go. And there are times when I wish I didn't have to do that. But with that and with that struggle, I do accept the fact that I receive white privilege, and that in our society is a very, very big and important thing. So, to wrap things up, I am not white. I appear white. I am white and black, making me a person of color, technically a black person, but also still white passing. So if you didn't get anything else from this video, the 3 major key points are: not all light-skinned people are just white. You can be half black and look completely white. And people who look white but aren't completely white can, in fact, be people of color. I hope you all have a wonderful day and learn something from this video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.